Vikings at the Bears tonight. Vikings are a slight favorite in J.J. McCarthy's NFL debut. He's Tony Gonzalez, Hall of Famer, and you can see him Thursday Night Football on Prime. A fourth season of that. They'll be at Lambeau Thursday. The Packers hosting the Commanders on September 11th. Coverage begins on Thursday Night Football at 7 Eastern. Good to see you again, Tony. Your second career game was a Monday night game against Oakland.
Really? Oh, yeah. Yep. I remember now. Yep.
What do you remember about that?
I remember the game-winning touchdown thrown by Elvis Grbac over the top. We thought the game was over. We thought we were going to lose. And then he hit it over the top to Andre Bad Moon Rising. and we won. And I remember going, what the hell? That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Were the Raiders nasty back then? Was that old school Raiders?
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole NFL was back then. I mean, you go, the rules, and everybody, I'm sure every old head that comes on your show talks about it. It's a different game than what it was back then, where you go across the middle, where they were aiming at your head and trying to knock you out of the game. That was a different part of the game. But yeah, the rivalry's still real.
Was there a guy on the Raiders who made you nervous?
No, not that I can remember. My guy back then that I clashed with was Bill Romanowski. That was I couldn't stand him. I still can't. Still can't. Thinking back, but that's that old school football. That dirty tactics, dirty cheap plays, spitting in your face. I saw that little spitting thing. I'm like, yeah, I've been spitting in the face. That's happened to me in the NFL.
Who spit in your face?
I don't know. I don't know the name, but I've had it twice where somebody spit on me. One time, spit in my face, and then another time, spit on my shoulder pad. And I can't remember the guys who did it. I remember going nuts, going crazy, trying to fight him. And I think, we did get into a little fight, I believe. But yeah, not that. Don't get me wrong, too. It wasn't that common, but it's happened.
What did Romanowski do to you?
The punch into the jaw after the play, getting tackled, going out of bounds, and him diving at your knees. Hit the pod there. Yeah, a lot of talking trash to your face, telling you, all this difference, and a lot of holding. The guy, he wasn't. I didn't think he was very good. But just a lot of rage going on there. I'm sure that was brought on by other stuff that he was injecting in himself back then, that brought rage on. So yeah, I didn't particularly care for him too much, trying to ruin people's careers.
What's the game that you're overreacting to? The result of what happened this weekend, that you either overreacting in a positive or a negative way?
Overreacting, and you're probably going to see it this week on our game. I think maybe I'm overreacting, but the Packers look like a Super Bowl team. Before the trade with Micah, I would say I would have had them as the fourth best team in the NFC. And after this weekend and seeing what they could build off of, I mean, there is no doubt in my mind at this point. I don't see them a reason why they can't beat Philly. I think for sure they have the firepower, and it all comes down to love. I mean, people talk about Micah. They're set on defense now if nobody gets hurt. But if Jordan Love can play like he did this past weekend with all the weapons, and they're the youngest team in the NFL, their window is wide open, and I'm looking at them. I'm very excited to watch them play in person this week. They look like the best team in the league, or at least the top two teams in the league.
What is it like, though, to be on offense and there's that disruptor on defense, that when you go to the line of scrimmage, you have to account for him? How often did that happen when you were playing, and who were some of those guys?
Well, I mean, DeMarcus Ware. I played with a great guy named Derek Thomas. I played against Reggie White. Julius Peppers. You play against these guys that Michael Strahan that can closers. They call them closers. And I like looking at last night's game. I was talking about a good buddy of mine I used to play with, Billy Baber. We were talking about the game with the Bills and the Ravens, And at the end of the game, you're like, who is the closer on both their teams? And I'm thinking to myself, that's what's probably going to hurt this team once you get to like the playoffs. Who is a guy that can go get you a sack when the game is on the line at the end of the game? Chris Jones type guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they have one. At least I haven't seen that type of guy. And where the Packers, they have that guy now. And so that's why once they get to close games, they can run the ball with Josh Jacobs. And they got a closer on the other side of the ball now to go along with all that other talent. That's what I really like about it that makes him so dangerous to me.
Talking to Tony Gonzalez, the Hall of Famer. Who is the greatest tight end in Kansas City history?
Kansas City history. I don't know. Give me a couple options. Give me a couple options there.
You.
Okay. Who else?
Kelsey.
Okay. I think we both have staked our claim. I know he's the most charismatic tight end in Kansas City Chiefs history. I love Travis. I love him to death. I mean, I think what he's done for that position on and off the field, he's my guy, and we both did well with what we had, and he certainly is balling out with him and Patrick. They have that connection, and it's going to be tough to duplicate for anybody going forward.
So who's the best tight end in Kansas City history?
Well, I always give this answer. If you say politically speaking, you're going to say, you could choose. But confidently speaking, the way I look at myself, and I think any great player looks at themselves when they walk out on that field, you got to look at yourself like you're the baddest MFer to ever walk around on a damn foot, put on a pair of cleats. And so when I walked on that field, there was nobody that can guard me. I'm going to get open every time, throw it to me. If you put me with Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, shit, come on, watch out. The numbers I did put up, they would have been better. They would have been better.
Yeah. Imagine if you had a steady quarterback.
Yeah. Nothing against the guys I played with, but I mean, it is what we're talking about. You play with a guy like Tom or Peyton, it changes things. Or Aaron, it changes things. So you wonder why the best receivers have usually. They play with Hall of Fame type quarterbacks. The Hall of Fame receivers play with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So, and vice versa, it goes both ways. But I know this. I gave everything I got, and I did some good stuff. I just wish I would have won a little more. That's my biggest regret. Obviously, would have loved to have gotten a ring. And that's where those guys, someone like Travis and Gronk and the rest of them, they got jewelry. They get to wear big old diamond rings, and they can always show them to me, and I'm happy for them. But I wish I had one.
Ever have a good loss?
I mean, if you psychologically want to spin it that way, yeah, you can have a good loss for sure, especially early in the season. Early in the season, you're like, hey, we played well. We just came up against
the Jets. The Jets against the Steelers played pretty well. Justin Fields played pretty well, but they lost the game.
I think early in the season. It's a teaching lesson. Of course, you always want to win, though. There's no doubt about it. You play the game, as Herman Edwards, Jets coach. You play the game to win. So if you don't come out on top, you always gonna have that bad taste in your mouth. But you can always teach from it early in the season. At the end of the season, it doesn't matter. I don't care what happens. We got to get it done. We're trying to get to the playoffs, so we're trying to win the playoff game. So.
Who was the tight end who changed the position?
I think Kellen Winslow.
Okay.
Senior, more my genre. I think I would go with Shannon and Ben Coates a little bit. I think he doesn't get enough credit. I remember he had 100 catches one year. At least somebody that I looked at, it was like, okay, those guys are receiving tight ends. But obviously, I've always wanted to do both. But yeah, those guys.
What did you keep from when you played with the Miami Heat in the summer league? What was that? 2002. Yeah,
2002. I always look at that experience. By the way, I ran into Stan Van Gundy, the coach. Pat Riley was our coach at the beginning, and then Stan took over for the rest of the summer. And I was always mad at him because my first game I had 11 rebounds. Played great. My guy didn't score, and I only have 2 points though. I was 1 for 7, and I asked Stan. I was mad at him because he hardly played me after that, which I didn't understand. And so I ran into him this summer, and he said, "Well, Tone, what you?" He goes, "Just understand there was people higher up than me that might have made phone calls to make sure that you didn't get to play that much." And so I got a feeling it was probably our general manager, Carl Peterson, back then, who was in a contract dispute. That was the reason I went and played. And so I think he probably was like, "Hey, don't." He's going to play football. So. But takeaway, watching Pat Riley coach and Stan coach, the 4-hour practices that we had under Pat Riley, that it was incredible. I never ever experienced anything like that. A 4-hour practice straight under Pat Riley, which I'm from LA too. Growing up watching Showtime and Magic and Worthy and that everything at the Forum. To have Pat Riley coach you, that was a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool experience.
Who'd you play against in the summer league?
Shoot, I can't remember my team. I think we had one of the best summer league teams ever. We had Karan Butler, Malik James, yep, Rasul Butler, God rest his soul, rest in peace. Malik Allen, I believe it was. We're undefeated. We didn't even lose. So played with some good guys and great coaching staff. Spoelstra was on the coaching staff. Bob McAdoo was on that coaching staff. Obviously, Coach Van Gundy, Pat Riley. It was one of the best things I ever did.
11 rebounds for a guy who's 6'5". That's pretty good.
Yeah, I could play in the league now, Dan. I could have played. Okay, how about that? You want to know what I got answered? I got answered. People say, you think you could have played in the NBA? I'm like, after that experience, absolutely I could have played. I wouldn't have started probably, but because I would have went from one for 7, I would have made that 3 or 4 for 7. And I still would have got those rebounds. So I think I could have been in that. I would have worked myself to my jump shot would have been a little bit better.
Could you have been like a Draymond Green?
I don't know about as good as him. You talk about a Hall of Fame player, but yeah, I think I could have played. There's no doubt about it. I know that I could have went in the league and got you 8 to 10 rebounds a game and got you 8 to 10 points a game. I have no doubt in my mind. Call me crazy. I could have done that.
Could be making $50 million a year in today's NBA with those numbers.
No shit. I wish if I could go.
Yeah. Hey,
not underpaid like these damn tight ends. They don't pay these tight ends.
I know.
You start beating that drum.
I know.
They're underpaid. It's ridiculous.
What did you get the Bezos for their wedding gift?
They didn't want anything. My presence. That's what they said. Okay, it was just to show up and bring a positive attitude. That's the gift that you want to bring. So.
Wait, you didn't have to. They weren't registered anywhere. Nobody brought any gifts. They had to be registered on Amazon.
Well, give me an idea. What would you have gotten them?
He does kind of have everything. Maybe just like an autographed picture of you.
I don't think they would have wanted that. I know where that would have went. That would have been right to the bottom drawer.
Hey, great to talk to you.
Yeah, as always.
Hope you're having fun. You look good. You look like you could take a couple of snaps.
Yeah, I could go 5 yards, turn around.
Okay.
Get down. Yeah, I could do that still.
I mean, there's some teams that could do that. That's what Kelsey's doing now. Are you going to go to the wedding? You think you'll get invited to that wedding too?
I don't know. Maybe. I think that'd be a good one. That'd be a fun one. I got a feeling they're going to keep that one kind of small.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those tight guest lists.
You can see Tony Thursday Night Football. It'll be on the 11th. It'll be the Commanders and the Packers from Lambeau. Thank you, Tone. Great to see you again, man.
As always, Dan. Thanks for having me, bud. Appreciate
Tony Gonzalez. He had 1,500 yards. When you see Tony's stats, you go, dang. He had 15,000 yards receiving. He had 1,300 receptions.